Okay, YouTube, here we are. Hi, day 5. I hope everybody's doing great. I'm doing great. And yesterday we were talking about changing your beliefs and standards and all of that. Well, following this thread, right? And I said my parents got divorced. There was money, and then when they got divorced, there was no money. Well, okay. I asked my brain to help me kind of unravel this mystery. Well, what is that attached to? And what does that have to do with anything for me? Um, I realized this morning that, thank you, brain, for answering my questions, but I realized this morning that the same thing happened to me. The exact same thing. And if I look at my entire family is completely dysfunctional. Everybody. I don't know anybody in my family who has managed to maintain a healthy marriage. One healthy marriage. No, not at all. And not only that, they're in absolute financial tatters across the board. Across the board. I can only think of one family member. One family member who I think he's doing all right. But he really doesn't associate with anybody. Nobody. At all. And I don't know I don't know what this is about, but the same thing happened to me. And if I told you the story, and if listen to what is attached to this. Okay, so we had money. When I divorced him, the women in the neighborhood even came up to me and said, "Oh, I can't believe you do that. I don't know how you do that. How do you?" I'm like, "What?" And they're like, "I don't know how you'd walk away or or get divorced." And I'm like, "Why?" And they're like, "Because of the money. I would never get divorced because of the money." And I'm thinking, "Are you crazy? There's nothing worth staying in that marriage. No amount of money." Well, okay, this is true. I mean, it's been a lot of years. That's been a lot of years ago. A lot of years ago. And I'm thinking, what in the heck was happening in my brain? Well, not only that, let's go back further than that. When I married him, what position did I take? Okay, I wanted children, and I pursued that, but it was a useful and helpful position. He needed to further his career. He needed to we made a good team for a lot of years because I was that support to him doing his career, him making his money. And not that I didn't go off on my own tangents and find a few things here and there that I could do, but really his career and his thing was the primary thing. After we divorced, I never pursued money. After that, why wouldn't I do that? I don't know. And I associated it, I think, I'd rather be poor. I said those things. I'd rather be poor. If that's what that means, then I would rather be poor. What is that? Did I hear that growing up? I don't know. Is that what happened in my own family? Is it riddled with this? It's not that no one in my family ever gained any momentum and started having some success in their lives. They did. But then at some point, their relationships, whether they were family or marriage or whatever, fell apart. And so did their success, any success. I need a psychologist. I do. To step in and look at this. What in the heck happened? And whatever it is perpetuating. It is perpetuating through, and it's pervasive through my whole family. Go figure this. Now, I know there is a root in here, and it is all about money. And it's all about around money. Because even to this day, if you go and you were to go to visit my family, their thoughts and feelings and actions around money is horrifying, even to me sometimes. You know, they're just hard for me to be around, and a lot of it has to do with money. Wow, right? So, and the investigation still continues. Okay, what else? I had that meeting today with this like Living Well company or whatever. I can never think of the name of this company. I don't know what that's about either. But so I had a meeting with them today, and what it is they set you up a website, and you become like, you just get a percentage of sales, you know, when you introduce somebody, let's say, and you get a percentage of the sales. And I really like them. I like the company. I like the owner. I like the people that I had the meeting with today, and it was good. It was good. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it, and I don't know that it's anything major, but it would be good for me to just start a little something and work on it. So I really liked them, and we'll continue that investigation also. And I just went ahead and started, and I'll let you know how this goes. Doesn't cost anything, but I got to get more training, and I've got to get further in, and before I can really talk about it a lot, just because I need the information. I shouldn't share a whole lot on YouTube until I know what their policies are. But I really like them, and I really like their products, and I think I might go ahead and pursue it. So tomorrow is another meeting, a strategy meeting with them, and today I got to talk with the owner briefly, but I did get to talk to the owner of the company, and so far I'm liking it. It's not your average normal what a lot of people consider today's. I think it's not, but I like it, and so I'm willing to put a little risk into something. Speaking of a little risk, so on Tony Robbins' website, this is worth going to also. On his website, there are self-tests that you can take about your personality, there's 3 of them on there. I took all 3, and they're free to take. Self-assessment type tests, and very interesting tests about yourself and who you are and what kind of style you have. And then he makes recommendations about, it's automated, makes recommendations about books and things that you can look at. Interesting little tests, personality tests and such. Interesting to think about. But anyway, the investigation with the money and how I think about it this is a big deal. You guys, you got to find these threads. This is a huge thread, and it runs through my whole family, and it's destroyed a lot of lives, for sure. But I'll continue it tomorrow. And thanks for hanging in there with me. If you know anything about this kind of thing, let me know. Comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. All right, I'll talk to you tomorrow, YouTube.